With the GTA Online event week lasting 3 weeks, ending on January 7th, there is a bunch of festive things that you do not want to miss out on, and this will also include some different discounts, a really nice bonus for the Clucking Bell raid, and some other things as well. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and let's dive into it. So to start this one off, I want to begin with some of these different gifts and festive themed things. The first one was a little bit different. It was the Rockstar propaganda gift. So if you guys were a new or old mailing list subscriber, you will receive the red festive tree hat within 72 hours of logging in. And you'll also see there, this was available between December 18th and the 31st. So hopefully at the time of this video going up, if you have not done this and you want that clothing unlock, it might be something to consider. I believe mailing list is just signing up for Rockstar's emails or something. And me personally, I have not done this yet. I probably do not even plan to do it, but yeah, it is always there. And hopefully you guys can see the instructions and how to do this on screen. Onto some returning holiday content. Now all of this stuff should actually be going around today on the 29th. However, I do believe that some of these items might be pushed until January 7th. I think one of the big ones that is going is the snow, which only lasts until the 29th, which is today, or at least the time of recording this video. So a lot shorter this time around. I know a lot of people were kind of disappointed by that. Altogether, I don't really mind the snow in GTA Online. I still think driving around is not too bad, especially when using a car with some really nice traction. But yeah, if you guys are yet to take advantage of maybe some of these different holiday things like the Yeti Hunt, or the Gooch random event, even the Weasel Plaza shootout, I definitely recommend trying to get, or at least find them. Obviously the Gooch and the Weasel Plaza shootout are pretty much just random events, and the Yeti Hunt can be triggered. So yeah, in my opinion, it is still worthwhile. After that, we also had the festive gifts, and these things will be lasting until January 7th, so you still have a good week or so to take advantage of these sorts of login unlocks. I believe they are all just login unlocks, so really straightforward. You can get the Season's Greetings sweater, the New Year Fireworks bodysuit, Snowball launcher, the Candy Cane melee weapon, firework launcher with 20 firework rockets, and in my opinion, probably my favorite one is the refill of snacks, armor, and ammo. I love the armor refill because it just fills absolutely all of the slots, instead of only filling one specific armor type. I really wish that we could just buy all of these armor slots. I find myself buying armor a lot of the time, but then again, I guess it makes the different ammunition scattered around the map more useful. Another huge thing that this event week offered was a Clucking Bell farm raid bonus, which will be available all the way up until January 7th as well. Before we actually dive into that bonus specifically, it is worth mentioning that it will be delivered within 72 hours of completion. So if you did complete this and you were wondering where your money went, just wait a little bit longer and you will eventually get it. If you completed the Clucking Bell finale as a leader, you would get a one-time bonus of $500,000, so already on top of the $500,000 you get for completing it. And by the way, you can do this solo if you are confused. That is exactly what I did, and I actually got the bonus. Then if you complete the Clucking Bell finale as an associate or bodyguard, that will also get you another one-time bonus of $500,000. So you have a really nice potential to make a decent amount of cash here just by playing the Clucking Bell farm raid. And just remember, it does not have any setup fees, unlike things like the KO Breaker heist. So yeah, in my opinion at least, I think this is well worth doing. And the fact it can be done solo just makes it even better, as long as you guys go for the first bonus instead. The final sort of last chance, DLC themed thing that you might also want to do will be claiming the $2 million mansion property discount before January 7th. So if you guys did the listing missions before the new DLC came out, unfortunately this will not be a permanent discount, and it looks like Rockstar will be taking this away on January 7th. So if you are yet to get a mansion property or even upgrade something, or maybe you just want all 3 of the mansions, this is potentially your last chance to fully upgrade them, buy them, whilst taking advantage of that huge $2 million discount. I'm not really sure why Rockstar would even remove this, so yeah, hopefully before this date, you can get a mansion property if you do not have one. And in total, would I say that all 3 of the mansions are worthwhile having? I would genuinely say no, and I would only purchase all 3 of them if you guys want extra garage space. The best thing to do is probably just focus on one mansion and try and get it fully upgraded. At this point, we move over into the event week specific things, and this is where I want to highlight some of the most important things from the event. So to begin with, we still have these 2 weekly challenges. At the beginning of this event, we actually did get all of the weekly challenges, so I thought I would include the last 2. This first one is about to refresh, and it is where you would have to win 4 adversary modes. And the second one, which will be the final one, is to complete the Clucking Bell farm raid finale as a leader. I think this one is a nice one because it will also tie into that Clucking Bell farm raid bonus, and you will be able to get an additional $100,000. The bonus money from the event is probably one of the better things as well. There was a double money bonus on on the community series, or a 4 times bonus if you have GTA Plus. Probably the best overall bonus was the double money on the weed sell missions, and apparently this will also include the nightclub goods called organic produce, pretty much doubling the speed it generates in the nightclub. So definitely worth taking advantage of this one. And just remember, you can also purchase the smoke on the water shop for an additional 35% sell bonus. 100% recommended, on top of the double money and RP as well. The last bonus was a double money on the overtime rumble adversary mode, potentially something to play if you guys want to have fun with friends or something, and the payout will still be pretty nice. At this point, some of the discounts from the event week were also really good. We had a 40% off the weed farm businesses, which also includes their upgrades and modifications. So you can get a fully upgraded weed farm for a huge 40% discount and start making that double money and RP as soon as possible, making your money back in very little time. There was also all of these vehicle discounts with a 30% off, some really nice ones in my opinion. I think the main ones to highlight will probably be the Sea Sparrow, the Italy GTB, Karen S95, and potentially the Insurgent. And then the final discounts were at the gun van, where you could find a 40% off the service carbine and a 40% off for GTA Plus members on the stun gun. So altogether, not really too bad. The last things that I also want to mention from the event week were some of the weekly money methods. We had the free Salvage robberies. I do not believe these robberies have changed ever since this event week started. We had the podium robbery for the Ocelot Virtue, the cargo ship robbery for the Bravado Buffalo STX, and the gangbanger robbery for the Vapid Click, and this will be the claimable vehicle. If you are yet to get this, I would probably recommend it. You still have some time to get it if you want it. With that limited time livery and the Liberty City plate, I definitely think it is worthwhile. The free cars from the event were probably also worthwhile. The Casino Lucky Wheel podium vehicle was the Bolocan Envisage. It looks really cool, however, I do not think the performance of this car is anything too good. To me at least, it feels really difficult to control, but just based on its looks, I think this looks incredible, and it would be a vehicle that I would potentially put on my podium inside my mansion property. The second free car was inside the LS car meet for the prize ride. This is the Pifter Comet Safari, and it will have a limited time livery called the Trees Camo. If you wanted to get this one, you need to win in the LS car meet series just one time, and that will be it. The Comet Safari is also a really nice car. It is definitely a bit unique, considering it is technically an off-road vehicle, but also a sports car. Really fun to drive this thing around, and I would recommend it. The last thing that I also want to include will be Simeone's Autoshop vehicles, and there is a really good reason for that, and it is because most of these vehicles will have a special limited time livery. Just remember, you can also test drive them. I think the best one there just has to be the Night Shark, a phenomenal vehicle, and it also looks really cool with this livery. The only other thing that I could suggest to you is the time trials. However, the time trials do seem to be changing each week, so I do believe after this sort of mini refresh or the last refresh before January 7th, you should expect to see some different time trial locations. As you'll see on screen, this is where they are located right now, but they have changed since the first week. Luckily enough, they are really easy to keep a track of. So yeah, that will be some of the things that you do not want to miss out on before January 7th for the most part. There was a bunch of different things from the event, and just bear in mind the date of some of these festive things, because some of them have already gone by now. For example, probably the biggest one will be the snow. I do sort of wish that Rockstar just extended it over New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, because I always feel like it is really scenic, and obviously this is pretty much the only time of year where we get to see this. But yeah guys, make sure to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought about this week or 3 weeks. Have you got a weed farm business set up and potentially made millions of dollars from that? Or have you even completed the Clucking Bell farm raid for that additional $500,000 yet? And yeah, if you went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in any way, shape or form, leave a like, I always do appreciate it. And if you are new here and like what you see, subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.